Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Milf Manor. It is episode 5 this week. I can't believe that we're already at episode 5. Things are moving so quickly. In last week's episode, they ended with the dates. Christina had a date with Sam, Lynette had a date with Anthony, and Joey and Kelle had their side date in the hot tub. This episode, we start off with Lynette and Anthony waking up in the Realfy room. They had a really good time, and Lynette says that they're moving quicker than she thought, but it feels right. She likes it, so they're going to continue down that path. Now we learn Jacob and Ashley decide to stay. Jacob says they've come all the way from England, so they have to give themselves that chance to make a connection. Jacob's not gonna try to go for anybody else though. He still wants to get with Barbie, so he's gotta do his best to win her over.
Watching Barbie and Chris flirt, obviously it's not something that I want to see. I think I'm going to make an active effort to spend more time with her, and I feel like I need to very quickly as well.
Now the girls are hanging out. It's Christina, Lynette, and Crystal confides in them that she's really feeling Stacy, but he's moving kind of slow for her, like she's ready for that next step. She's been putting herself out there, calling him babe, and he's just like not making that next move. So now she's concerned that maybe he's not feeling her, or maybe he just likes to take it slow, but she needs some answers. She wants to know what's going on, how he's feeling.
I'm trying to respect if he wants to take it slow on purpose, or I need to know if there's something that's stopping that.
So now the lovely host comes in and lets them know that they're going to have a beach day. So no challenges for them today. It's just going to be a day for them to build connections, be able to, flirt and mingle with each other. Now, we can't go a single episode without Joey either talking about biting butts or biting somebody's butt.
Kelle knows what she wants, and she's very, very straightforward. So that's probably what I like most. I already got a taste of her lips. Now, phase 2 of the plan is go for the butt.
Now we see Chris really moving in on Barbie. He is determined to win her over. In the first episode, Barbie and Chris actually did have a connection with each other, but for some reason they just didn't continue it. She just went off with Jacob. So I didn't realize how much she was feeling Chris, but this entire scene, she's just so giddy, and you can tell that she's really into Chris. There was a comment on one of my videos saying, I think Jacob and Barbie are so cute. I don't know about the fighter guy actually being a good boyfriend, but more so is into the fight to get the girl that I think he enjoys more than the actual relationship. And that honestly kind of made sense to me, because there was that one scene where Chris and Crystal were on a date, and she asked him when was the last time he was in love, and then he said that he broke up with a girl that he was in love with for fighting. Like, he's done that before.
And I've ended relationships with a woman that I love for fighting.
Are you dumb?
In this episode a lot, he talks about competing, made the best man win.
So if she's still thinking about Jacob, it definitely makes me step up the game a little bit. And I need to go for what I believe is mine, and I need to go for what I want to be mine. And may the best man win.
And I don't know, it does seem a bit competitive. I think Chris is into Barbie, he is attracted to her, but I think it's more of a competition now, more than it is about building this connection. Also, why the hell is Barbie wearing a leather jacket on the beach? Even if it was cold outside, why are you wearing a leather jacket on the beach? I don't know. I've never seen that. I used to go to the beach all the time. I don't know. Maybe those Canada beaches are different. But yeah, I think Barbie is really feeling Chris. She seems more giddy with him. But at the same time, I do think she is still into Jacob. I don't think it's just a little flirtatious thing. So while Barbie and Chris are having their time together, Jacob is, of course, very jealous. He admits that he is a very jealous person, and he gets jealous very easily. So he's not having it. So once Barbie and Chris are done with their conversation, Jacob decides to swoop her up, lay some foundation with her. And it's so funny because when he pulls her to the side, he's like, "What have you ate?" And I didn't even know what he was saying. I was like, what?
What have you, eh?
What?
Nice view.
Oh. Say it as fast as you just did.
What have you, eh?
So Jacob now is just letting her know that he has been pinning up his feelings, because I guess that's what Englishmen do. They don't talk about their feelings.
I'm actually really very stereotypically English and don't really like to say what we're feeling, and sort of keep our emotions really pent in and and then it just comes out.
But he decides to open up and share his feelings with her, and he says he likes her. They're building that connection, and he wants to keep seeing where this is going, where it's progressing. And she says that she loves how they have an open, non-relationship.
Well, we've had like an open, non-relationship from the beginning.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And I love that about us, you know?
Oh my God! Even though they're from, oh my God!
I don't know if I would want to hear that from the person that I like and am trying to build a relationship with, but to each their own. But he seems to be okay with that. But Barbie does like that he was able to come and express his feelings. She says that she doesn't want a project. She's raised a son, which very understandable. So she liked that he was able to share his feelings in a very mature way. So there's some points there for Jacob. And to end their conversation, they just kiss it out. Which Jacob tried to go in for the hug, but she decided to kiss him. So this will actually come in later in the episode. Now, you think today, a beach day, would be a good time for the men to try to get to know the ladies a little bit more, especially for those men that haven't built any kind of connection at all. But no, the guys are using it for an all-out bro day. Like, that's all they want to do is play football, bro. Like, that's all they're doing is playing football. Like, they're not even really trying to build anything. The only people that are trying are Chris and Jacob. And they talked to Barbie for like 5 minutes, it looked like. But other than that, they're all just kind of chilling out. But there are a couple of people still trying to make connections. Crystal finds the perfect opportunity to figure out what's up with Stacy. So Crystal asks him what's his dating life back at home. And he says since his divorce, there has been some people of interest, but nothing to a point where he's going to make a legitimate relationship with them. He explains that in the past, he would jump the gun with a lot of people. Like, he would just find them attractive, they would do it, and then it would just be on to the next person. Like, he wasn't building any type of relationship or foundation with somebody. He was just, oh, you're hot. Yeah, let's be together. So Crystal did get her answer. It's not that he's not feeling her, it's that he just takes things a little slow. So she lets him know that she is digging him, that he's an awesome guy, and she just wants to go out on another date with him. And thankfully, Stacy's also digging her. He says that she's a beautiful person and has a beautiful personality. And they had their first hug, apparently. Like, they were moving so slow that he hasn't even hugged her yet. Like, what?
Okay, give me a hug. Hug it out. All right, St. Louis.
This is the first hug I done got. Oh, God, no.
I figured they would have at least hugged by now. Like, have they had no physical contact at all? And now we're on to literally my favorite couple. If they don't make it by the end of this season, I'm throwing this whole show away, okay? And if you guys get married, you have to invite me to your wedding. Darren and Kelle Mack, oh my god, yes, they're so cute together. Oh my gosh, yes, I am stating this right now. They have to be together. So Darren and Kelle Mack are talking, and they have such formal flirting. It was so cute. Oh my gosh. But he was like,
I didn't want to come like too forward or too pushy, but you're the one I'm most attracted to, and I am interested in getting to know you better.
And she lets him know that she doesn't play any games, so any vibes that she's put out to him, those are real.
I'm not into games, and I don't normally put out those vibes. And I just want to let you know those are real.
And he's like, it gave me such Austin Power vibes. He was like, fuck yeah. Just gave me that, yeah, baby. But this was like my favorite part of the episode. They're just so damn cute, and I'm rooting for them, really. Now, unfortunately for Darren's son, Sam, I do not think Christina likes Sam. And at the end of this episode, it kind of proves my point, honestly. But we're gonna get into it. Christina basically says that she likes Sam, their date was good, and then she wants to go on another date with him, and it just sucks because he's into her. Even the way that they were walking down the beach with each other, she was walking like a couple of paces ahead of him and was kind of like barely looking back at him. I don't know, me personally, walking 2 steps ahead of somebody and like kind of half-ass looking back at them to talk, she's not feeling him. And she needs to stop lying to herself, okay? She even says that she's locked in on Sam and she hopes that it continues. She's not going to think about anything else.
Right.
But it's time for the jet ski dudes to roll on in. Yes, we have 2 more characters that I have to remember names of in... I'm gonna have to make a diagram somewhere, something, a poster board, because
I'm tired of suffering. I'm tired of suffering.
I think there's like, I just counted and I think I forgot somebody. There's like 15 people in the show already. Adding 2 more, there's 17 people I have to remember. Oh my God, somebody's gotta go. Somebody has to go, okay? But now they introduce us to the new guys. We have Connor 28, David 41, straight from Texas. And the weird thing is they're not son and dad, they're nephew and uncle. I'm not entirely sure if David raised Connor or something, but he says he looks at him as a dad, so I'm not entirely sure what that backstory is about. But let me tell you, all the guys, before they even get up there to see what's going on, the guys are sizing him up. They don't like what's going down. They're all getting real big mad, puffing out their chests.
Dumb and Dumber waddled over. They're a little too macho for me right off the bat.
And I don't know why every time they're surprised that any person that walks into the show is hot. They're all hot. When have you seen an American reality TV show where they're not all fucking hot? But David gives me like mad Matthew McConaughey vibes. Like, I don't know if I'm tripping, but everything about him just screams it. Like the way he talks, he goes, all right. And like his hairstyle. So first they introduce themselves to all the ladies, and then the dudes start getting a little pissy that they're not introducing themselves to them.
Why you only want to shake the girl's hand, not the guy's hand? Like, you know, like what, we chop liver?
Which, yeah, kind of understandable. You're going to be living in a house with all of them. Might as well get to know their names at least. But yeah, they're big mad that these dudes have come strolling in and that they're hot. But they're all informed that Connor and David are here to stay. They're a part of the house, so you better hold on to your ladies tight because they're here to steal your girls, okay? And it's funny how Christina got the text, because during reading the text, she looks over it and flirts with Connor.
They have an exciting double date later tonight.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Your eyes are gorgeous.
Thank you.
So I guess that lock that she had on with Sam got opened up or something. Somebody must gotten the key, the passcode or something, because that shit got broken off quick. She can't hold anything down for more than an hour. Just like she snitched on Jamie with her lie, she straight up just dropped Sam like he was a bag of Skittles hanging out her damn pocket. The guys are informed that they're able to take a lady out of their choosing. They'll go on a double date. So of course they get to know each one of the ladies. And then after Christina gets her little flirts in, she decides to snuggle on up with David and see what he's about. It looked like she may be getting locked down by David this episode. We learn Connor is obviously another successful dude. He's an oil and gas entrepreneur. He may be another Darren. Not personality-wise. He could never be another Darren. But he also says that he was into basically the drama, the rambunctious girls, the ones that are catty. So he's now trying to get away from that as well. So let's hope he finds it here at Milf Manor. But yeah, Christina just straight up ditched Sam. She's with David now. So now, since Joey didn't take the initiative to spend some kind of time with Kelle today, well, Kelle decided to take it upon herself to go find her a man's. So she approached Connor. He says that she's making a mistake, but whenever she's done playing with him, she can come over and get her butt bitten. So
if she goes out on a date, she's gonna realize she's making a huge mistake, and she's gonna come running back into my arms to get her butt bitten. I'm gonna be ready to do it.
Which, no offense to Joey, but I think Connor is a bit of an upgrade. Not in personality or any kind of ways, but just the fact that his name isn't her son's name and he doesn't look like her son. That alone is enough for her to not come back. Like, I am sorry. But here we learn Connor is into fitness and nutrition. He seems to just be the younger male version of Kelle. He likes to party. He likes to go out there, put himself out there, which is basically disco mommy here. And I guess Kelle is also making her own collagen brand. I don't know. I guess I don't really keep up with her, but that's cool, I guess. Now, I think they kind of added these like talking points in, kind of just stir the pot a little bit. They had Barbie talk to David, and they didn't really have that like great of a conversation, to be honest. He also just pointed out that she was wearing a leather jacket on the beach. So now Jacob and Chris are both crazy high staring over there. But like I said, I think the producers just threw these bits in there, probably told them to talk. Because then we have Lynette talking to Connor. And in all honesty, I think Lynette is just into Anthony. I don't think that's going anywhere. They're just having a normal conversation. But Anthony definitely is getting a little jealous, which is honestly kind of cute.
It was strange that I was like, what's going on over here? You know, it's like she was trying to make me a little jealous there.
Is it working?
Yeah, definitely.
He is definitely handling it in a more mature manner than the younger guys are. And now it's time for them to decide who they're picking on a date. And this part was like really weird. When they came in, it seemed like really scripted, in like, not in like a, oh, they told him kind of what to say, but like they gave him a script and they said it word from word. And they even like cut the little section in half. So like David said the first half and then Connor said the other half.
Hey, you guys, we really appreciate it. It was great meeting everybody here on the beach.
And we look forward to meeting everybody in the house. With that being said, we have chosen our dates.
Connor decides to take Kelle, and Kelle even brings up that the guys could have been spending more time with the ladies, and now they just got their girls taken from them. So Kelle is happy to go.
That's what they get for playing football on the beach all day when they could have been hanging out with us.
Hey!
And David chooses Christina, and Christina is ecstatic. So bye, Sam. I'm sorry. She just straight left you.
It was interesting seeing how excited she got. It does make me nervous, and it does sting a little bit.
But Sam is so mature and like level-headed. He even says he wasn't surprised that Christina got picked because she's the most attractive woman in the house. So even then, he's not even feeling any like animosity towards it or anything. Maybe he might be a little upset, but he's able to like have a clear level head about things and not speak any like ill will on her or the guy. Compared to all of the other sons, he is the most mature out of all of them. And now we have date night. And I didn't think this show could churn my stomach even more than it did when Kelle said that Joey looked like her son and they were making out like, but they just keep going and they keep going and they keep going. I don't know where they are finding these people that are willing to do this on national television. But anyway, they're on their date. Thankfully, they were outside. We didn't see anybody else around in the vicinity, so thankfully they didn't do this in front of a whole bunch of people. But the guys decide to bring a little game for the girls, and you know, you would think maybe, oh, like a nice game of Uno, or maybe a Jenga, or maybe Monopoly. I love me a good game of Monopoly, especially if it lasts like a few days and you gotta like take a picture of the board to make sure nobody like moved the houses around or anything like that. That's a good game right there. But no, they're playing Naughty Dice. Yeah. And if you guys don't know what naughty dice is, it's basically one of them is a verb and the other one's like a noun. You roll them and it just tells you to do things to various parts of body parts. And it's the fact that you would do this in front of your family member. Christina and Kelle, they're just two girlfriends. If they brought the game, then I would kind of look at them a little bit weirdly, like, oh, you know, this is like nephew and uncle, right? You know they're related, right? But no, Connor and David bought the game. They brought the game. What are you doing? Didn't you say you looked at this guy like your dad and these two are basically just frat bros. They're not uncle and nephew. But Christina rolls the dice first and she rolls on lick thigh. This man is wearing a full pair of pants. Why are we playing this game at a bar with your nephew? So he gets up and she unbuckles his belt and he zips down his zipper and she goes down, and the angle and the everything. He says if his nephew wasn't there that he probably would have gone a lot farther. I'm saying if the cameras weren't there, he would have gone farther. It wasn't because his nephew was there. He's already doing this. The cameras are there. He's like, oh, let's just not do this right now, nephew. We will do this later. I don't know. Maybe I'm judging too hard, but I would never do this with my family member. And now it's Kelle and Connor's turn. Kelle rolls the dice and he gets below thigh, and he doesn't blow on her thigh.
I said blow. I didn't say suck.
We're just gonna go past right this part. We just gonna pass on this date because I'm done. So while they're basically having their swingers party at the bar, all the men are big mad.
They came in a few hours ago. They don't just get to come in and take the women from us.
No,
they do not.
But Miles isn't gonna let this night bring him down. And you know what could have happened? Instead of Jacob just sitting around ranting to the other guys about how his feelings are with Barbie and Chris and that, if he would have stopped just sitting around and talking to the dudes about all of this and just would have been swooping Barbie, obviously give her space, don't be up her ass, but plan some things for her, try to do a date tonight or something, he probably would have got more points. But no, he just sat around with the dudes. But Miles takes Barbie down to the hot tub, the most famous place in the house. This hot tub is getting used more than the real fee room, and I don't think that was intended. But Barbie likes that Chris is taking care of her, that he's taking the lead. She said she's used to being the strong, independent woman.
Even when I'm with a man, I tend to want to order for us and do things like that. Sometimes I have to remember that a man has to do certain things, and I actually like it.
So Chris now takes this time with Barbie to let her know his intentions, his true feelings. He tells her that he's kind of a ding-dong, so she needs to be more upfront with him. And just like how Barbie liked that Jacob was upfront with his feelings and showed him maturity, she likes that Chris is doing the same. But it seems like Chris set up a really nice date for them. Barbie is really liking him. I think she may even be into him more than Jacob. Even Jacob himself said that when he planned their date, he'd even think about all this. He didn't get her flowers. He didn't put too much thought into it. So I don't know how he's going to win her over with that. But speaking of Jacob is straight tweaking right now. While Chris and Barbie are out in the hot tub, he's freaking out, oh, what's going on out there? So he decides to take Joey and go out and spy on them to see what they're doing. You obviously know what they're doing. They're out on their date in the hot tub. You know what's about to happen. But actually, no, I'm wrong. They did something even worse. They were holding toes. Oh my God, I am tired of it. I personally hate feet. I think they're disgusting. I think everybody should have little cartoon nubs. Feet are disgusting. Just get them off, okay? But after that romantic toe holding, they start making out, and Jacob sees, and he's like, but she kissed me 4 hours ago on the beach. Oh my God, I need to really stop with the damn the accents. I can't do it, dude. So he goes in and lets all the guys know what's going on. He's got to give them the report. And all the guys are in the living room waiting for him. He lets them know that they're out there making out. And he's like, but I just kissed her 4 hours ago on the beach. And Sam asks a pretty good question. He's like, wait. Was it a proper kiss or was it a peck?
And was it like a peck or was it like a proper kiss?
Bro. Well, that's the thing. I leaned in to hug her. And she was like, no, let's kiss it out.
What? She initiated the kiss?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Jacob slides past that, and I even thought the same thing. I was like, you can't be going crazy over it, because it was just a peck. Yeah, she initiated the kiss, but it was just a peck. It wasn't like you guys were like full on making out on the beach, okay? But Jacob thinks it's right that he tells Chris that they kissed at the beach, which I'm pretty sure Chris saw it. They weren't like hiding anywhere. They were standing right there on the beach, and they had a peck. It wasn't anything that serious. But that was the end of the episode. Nothing too crazy happened. Never mind, let me take that back, that date. But I'm trying to get that date scrubbed from my brain. Like, I need a straight Brillo pad in there because that was just too much. But on the next episode, the little glimpses into the future that they let us see, we see Joey decides to confront Barbie for some reason, even though Joey isn't building a connection with Barbie. He doesn't like her, but I guess he's got to stand up for his dogs. But she isn't having it, so she ends up yelling at him. And then we also get more into Crystal and Stacy's relationship. And then they also have their next challenge. Their next challenge is a sexting challenge. And only the women are going to be doing it. And I guess whoever gets those pictures get to stay in the house.
Today has made it clear who is connecting with who. Unfortunately, things are about to change.
They probably really need to cut costs somewhere. I'm sure the booze budget is getting too high because having 17 people running around getting drunk, eating food, I'm sure that will get expensive. So I think it's time to cut some people. And honestly, it would be good for my sanity because I am tired of remembering all the names. I barely even remember names of people that I'm around. So remembering all these names were difficult. So yeah, it's the chopping block time, which, you know, with there being 12 guys and 5 women at some point, it was bound to happen. Again, this episode was more on the tame side from the first few episodes, other than that one date segment, just like they did us last week with that tiny little segment with Kelle and Joey. But again, we are all going to scrub it from our brains and not think about it. But thank you guys again for coming and watching me. It's always appreciated. Please hit that like and subscribe. It's just right there under the little thingy. Gives me 1 like and subscribe, so that's pretty cool. My voice just cracked, but that's pretty cool. But anyway, you guys have a beautiful day. Bye.